Good afternoon, everyone. I'm really pleased to welcome you all to our annual AGM. With a bit of housekeeping before we start. If you haven't got your computer on mute, we would really appreciate it if you could put it on mute for the duration of this meeting. We did ask for questions in advance of the AGM. We haven't had anything through in terms of advanced questions, but if you do have anything that crops up, then do feel free to submit them after the AGM. This meeting is being recorded and that will be kind of put out to others that want to view it. So just so you're aware, you might want to pop your camera off, but you're more than welcome to have it on if you would like to. So you'll be hearing in this afternoon's AGM about what the team have been up to from New Anglia LEP and what they've been delivering over the last financial year alongside our public sector partners. And that's the grant schemes to vital infrastructure projects, from skills initiatives to our enterprise zones. And it's been incredibly busy this last year, but incredibly productive. And this is our opportunity to share our outcomes with you. And you also will hear about our finances and some of our plans moving forward. So having emerged from that widespread disruption and uncertainty that the COVID restrictions on Norfolk and Suffolk brought to our economy, New Anglia LEP was fully focused on supporting businesses and communities and making sure that there was significant and clear opportunities for growth and employment. So we like to think that our focus was on 5 key themes. Very much at the forefront is backing businesses, supporting skills in our region, promoting our region as a whole, driving innovation and developing place. One of the most visible and rewarding aspects of the LEP's work is seeing construction on major developments in our region come to fruition. So during 2022-23, we saw the opening of the stunning new Centre for Environment, Fisheries and Aquaculture Science headquarters, which was opened by Princess Anne. The Broadland Food Innovation Centre at Honingham near Norwich was supported via the Getting Building Fund and our Growing Places Fund. It's an 11.4 million facility which aims to help Norfolk process far more of its own produce and keep its value in our local and regional economy. We saw an expansion at some of our enterprise zone sites, including the Eastern Gateway and the Futura Park near Ipswich, and construction got underway at Nauru's regeneration area, which will deliver 15 hectares of service development land for office, industrial and research space in Kings Lynn. Over the past financial year, we provided financial support to local businesses via our small grant scheme, Growth Through Innovation Fund and the Business Transition to Net Zero. And we provided other support via our Scale Up New Anglia and our New Anglia Growth Hubs team of business advisors. Our inward investment team work incredibly hard to promote Norfolk and Suffolk as a place to invest and in grow business by joining regional delegations at Wind Europe, Mobile World Congress in Barcelona, and leading the promotion of high potential opportunity in plant science nutrition. The LEP was successful in securing some vital funding to develop some of our fast-growing sectors, such as space technology and our creative industries. And in parallel with our Connected Innovation programme, this money will enable us to get back to some of the many unique and innovative businesses which this region plays host to and opens up collaboration with other sectors. The team have produced a video which summarises some of the wonderful work that the LEP have done over the last year and our key achievements. Thank you, Richard.
So we turned to the Growth Hub for support because we require infrastructure change. We wanted to launch a new granola bar.
When we heard about the Growth Hub, that seemed to offer us the ideal solution. This is the loom we bought. This loom alone more or less raised the output of the mill by about 40%.
We invested the money in the blue caravan called Little Blue. Get on the phone to one of the growth advisors and have a conversation with them.
I would strongly recommend that you approach the LEP and see what they have to offer.
And obviously the LEP was a place we looked first, and as soon as we saw the fund that was available, we thought that is exactly what we needed, exactly how we might change our business.
Hello everyone, my name is Roseanne Weinberg and I'm Chief Executive Officer for New Anglia LEP. I hope that you enjoyed that summary of our year and the brief look back at our previous 12 years. Next, I'll be talking you through 3 slides. These will give you a snapshot of our income, expenditure and balance sheet positions for the 2022-23 financial year. Income. New Anglia receives income to support our projects, programmes and our operational activity. The LEP received a total of 12.1 million for the year. This is significantly less than in previous years and reflects the fact that a number of programmes have drawn to a close. We received funding from the Department for Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy, the European Regional Development Fund, from our enterprise zones and from several other funding partners, all to support LEP initiatives. The income breakdown can be seen on the slide, and I draw your attention to the following. The Growth Deal and Getting Building Fund income totals 2.5 million. This relates to the recovery of funds in respect of 2 projects which are not proceeding as initially proposed. Then we received 2.2 million income from our enterprise zones, plus 1.3 million for our business growth programme. We have the new Community Renewal Fund, or CRF, income this year of 1.7 million and 1.5 million of other income. This covers a range of LEP programmes. Examples include our innovation hubs and create growth initiatives and skills advisory panel. It also includes earnings on our investments and funds held. And finally, we received 600,000 of core funding, 375,000 from government and 234,000 from our local authority partners, and we would like to thank them for their continued support. Expenditure. The LEP's total expenditure was 8.6 million, much less than in previous years as the Growth Deal and Getting Building Fund programmes have now drawn to a close. The graphic shows the breakdown of expenditure for the 22-23 financial year. 2.9 million was paid out in salaries and associated on-costs. 1.4 million was paid in respect of grants to businesses in Norfolk and Suffolk. A further 2.4 million was in respect of funding awarded for projects. These projects include the Community Renewal Fund and the Skills Bootcamp, amongst others. We have included a 600,000 exceptional item this year. This reflects a position we have taken on interest owing. The other expenditure category includes the overhead costs of running the business. The balance sheet. As expected, we incurred a 3.5 million surplus this year, and as a result, our reserves have increased. Assets. The LEP's balance sheet is mostly represented by cash, loans and investments. Of the 54.4 million, almost 30 million is cash, the majority of which is held by our accountable body, Suffolk County Council. Much of this is committed to the programmes we continue to support. The 20 million is loans and investments made through our Growing Places Fund programme. We have liabilities of 1.2 million, represented by creditors. This year we are incurring a surplus of 3.5 million, compared to the deficit last year of 25 million. And finally, the LEP's accounts are independently audited. They are published on our website and filed at Companies House. I'll now hand back to our chair, CJ, and she will ask you to, number 1, adopt the accounts, and number 2, confirm the appointment of our auditors, Price Bailey, for the next financial year. Thank you.
Thank you, Roseanne. So as she so eloquently stated, now's the formal part of our AGM. So we're going to first ask for the approval of our accounts. So if you could head over into our chat function, I need a proposer and a seconder for our accounts for the last financial year. And once we have a proposer and a seconder, I would like you to comment in chat as we're opening that to a vote to make sure that you're content. We teed this up earlier. Thank you, Jonathan. Perfect. Thank you. If I could have a seconder, Peter, I wonder if you would mind. Thank you. Wonderful. I maybe just had a delay my side, but thank you very much. Okay, we now need to do the same thing for the reappointment of our auditors. So a proposer and a seconder for the reappointment of our auditors would be fantastic. Thank you. Thanks, Katie. An agreement from you all in the call would be useful. Thank you very much. So I can see agreement flooding in now, which is a relief. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing some of the things that we showed you in the video that have been our success stories over the course of the year. And this video and indeed this whole meeting will be available to you online in case you want to rewatch the event again. We're immensely proud of what we've achieved, working in collaboration with all of those in our region, our public sector partners, our education partners, and we believe that Norfolk and Suffolk really is a place to become an even bigger regional force in the UK economy, particularly as a centre for sustainable growth. Following the transition of the LEP's core functions at the end of this current financial year into the county councils, we're looking forward on building on the legacy that's been left by New Anglia Local Enterprise Partnership and giving the voice to the businesses that we have supported across the region. I want to personally extend from myself and on behalf of our board a thank you from myself to Roseanne, the rest of the New Anglia LEP team. I know despite delivery challenges and change that's been coming at you from all angles, you've spent the last 12 years really having the corner of our economic development in the region, and we're hugely appreciative. So thank you all for joining for our AGM today, and I'm going to sign off now. We're going to bring the meeting to a close.